Okay. Hi once again.
Hi.
I'm Ivy. Ivy. No,
Ivy.
Yeah, Ivy. It's okay. Ivy.
Oh, you're okay. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. My name is Weir. I have the pleasure to represent La Tierra Firme from Reina Lasso, who was she did a lot of muralism. This specialism mural that is located in Guatemala City and the San Carlos University. Personally, I have a connection with it because my mom got her nurse degree. That's one of the reasons why I choose this piece. The second reason is because I'm from Guatemala, and in particular, this piece is in Guatemala City, where I was born. And Reina Lasso has a lot of story here. Our history is huge. She started being a kid, passionate to learn and have more to do. She learn more about her culture. Then she grew up. She started doing art. She decided to put this in the university, and she played with the value of the mural, putting all the colors a little bit more lighter than what they should be in real life to make it look older, because the University of San Carlos is one of the more privileged in the city, and a lot of people want to get there because the name of it, and a lot of people forget where they are from and where are the roots and what they have learned. And that's one of the reasons why she decided to put it in there, so she can remember the students in there, where they are from, to don't forget the roots and just keep going with that. Then Reina Lasso moved to Mexico, looking to learn more about art and more about other cultures. She didn't know what to do. She went to art school and she found Diego Rivera, one of the three grandes and best muralistas of the whole world. And she started working with them for almost all the time. They become really close. Then in that period of time, around 1944, I think, she got married and she got her own murals in Mexico, and she got really famous in Mexico as well. And then she was alive since October 23rd to 1923, and she passed a few years ago in November 1st in 2019, sadly, but she let us all her legacy. This piece in particular remembered me a lot to my stepdad family, because my grandma used to go for fish. She used to go and bring it home and then cook it up, and I used to help her. We used to have what we call a pila, which was like huge, like we had the two tables with water, and we used to put the fishes in there so they can still alive, and then we cook them later. And then we can see how here my grandma teach my stepdad how to use the machete to hunt animals and stuff. My grandparents from my stepdad of the family used to live in a rancho, we call it. It's like house in the middle of woods and stuff. So they have to learn to defend themselves, and that's what my ancestors used to teach their kids. Then we also have a lot of spirits and religious beliefs, has Mayas and Guatemala. So this is like an old ritual that personally, I have never done it, but my ancestor did. Every single time someone passed out away, they either take their cenizas, I forgot the word.
Ashes.
Their ashes, and then put it in the air under a tree so the tree can grow and we can remember the person. Or they can do like a small ritual giving thanks to it and start to go like, I will miss you, this and that. Here's what I learned from you. Here's what I'm going to remember about you, because that was what you did. And it's a lot that we see in Guatemala. Right now, Guatemala City isn't what I was expecting to be. Isn't as safe as it used to be. But in the towns, still having those kind of religions is amazing. The way that I can feel related to this. And this other side is kind of hard to see because of the lighting. But this is a totem, which used to be one. The Mayas made them from rocks, and then they put them in their houses because they used to believe that those totems are going to protect them from any bad soul or spirit, or when their families pass away and their soul was impure, then that totem will protect them. And they used to believe in that a lot. And she decided to add this in the middle of all these forests, woods, and green vegetation, right? Because Guatemala City is one of those countries with a lot of nature resources, and it's just one more reminder why we shouldn't forget our roots, because our ancestors live in the middle of the forest. They grew up in the forest. They were farmers. They were hunters. They survived that way, and that's how we have survived. And a lot of people forget about that. But being honest, I love to be in the field. I'm a soccer player, and every single time I'm in the field, it's just like I forget everything else. Every single time I go to a farm, I see the animals, they are there, and I'm just taking care of them as they were mine, and they are mine. And it's just what this piece remind me, and I feel the way that she decided, and the Rina Lasso decided to put it in university was a great fact. Was just, here we go. It's a privileged university. We're gonna plug this in and see how everyone reacts. It's just, she did it so intentionally, and she was so great. A lot of her mural arts were to help out to civil rights and let people know what's going on. She was also an activism who helped out with next to Diego Rivera, and that was how she did all this great stuff. In the end, sadly, she passed away. I couldn't find resources. I don't think she had kids, but she got married, and then his husband passed away. Then she did this in Guatemala. I think she tried to do a replica of it in Mexico, and then sadly she passed away. But she let us her legacy, and I feel would be a really big mistake to don't add it to our collection. Because if I can feel related as a Guatemalan immigrant in the United States, when the culture is so big from everywhere in the world, imagine how many people can feel related as well. Just seeing this and a bunch of pieces of their culture in it. Just imagine the impact that we can do with such a small piece so far away here. Just buried to us, next to us. Maybe it doesn't feel as it would because it's not in person, but it's a sign of our roots. It's a sense of who we are, even when we don't think in that way. It's just, I feel that will be a mistake to don't add it to the collection. Thank you.
I feel it would be a mistake if you don't become president.
Hello.
I could listen to you for the rest of the day.
Totally.
You can just stay here. So interesting and wonderful.
Yep,
Thank
born
you.
later.
Yeah, never would have been able to access this work without your discussion. So thank you. That was
Absolutely.
incredibly generous. Like the way that you drew out this work through a lot of your personal knowledge, like as like a Guatemalan woman, as a Maya woman. And with that, I wonder if actually you can talk a little bit more. Like I'm really struck by how prominent the women are in this. So like the like male figure is really pushed to the side there, right? On the right.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that in the picture, the women?
Since Rina Lasso was also an activist, she supported a lot of women's rights. Yeah, rights, and she was trying to like make people see, and that's the reason why the woman is in the middle. And if you can see the pot, whatever you cannot see anymore, but the pot, and just a couple lips in here, and how this is also a female looking doing the ritual. It's just like to see that somehow the females, because before we used to believe the female were supposed to be in home all day taking care of everything else, and the men's only work. And working for men was just like, oh yeah, you're working, you're everything hard, you're doing all the hard part. But they didn't realize the woman's being in home is just a whole complete story. And it's just like, you have to take care of kids, you have to balance the stuff, you have to cook, you have to be here in meetings and work as well. Because who else is gonna do it if we don't do it, you know what I'm saying? And she decided, I feel that she decided to put it in the middle because we are the ones I feel as women, we take charge of home. We are the ones who are there. We are the ones who remind everyone what they are supposed to do. And I'm just almost 17 years old, and it's like I'm the second mother of my siblings. It's just like I have to cook, I have to clean, I have to do this, I have to be here today. And it's just like a lot. And the fact, I mean, it's not like men don't do that much. They do what they can do. And being honest, I really, when I want something quick, and I want them to work. So they actually, they do all what they can. I acknowledge that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're throwing parties on the side.
Yeah, I'm sorry they meant to put by the side, but yeah, they are there, they do what they can. And back then, that was all what men knew what to do. They only knew how to hunt and bring food home. And then we as women used to like try to figure it out what to do. And that was it. I feel that that's the reason why Rena Lasso decided
We gotta do a whole lot more research on Rena Lasso.
Yeah, right?
I'm like, I feel like
Fascinated with this person.
I know Rena at this point, and I'm kind of sad I missed being alive when, she passed in 2019. But thanks for inspiring me.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna write a biography on her, and I'll be reading it.
Yeah.
Nice job.
The sky's the limit for you, lady.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing job.
We're
And
definitely
also,
gonna have to find a way to put that one in,
I
but
believe she may have been the only presenter today that did not use any notes. She had nothing
Yes.
extemporaneous.
she's living,
Very
she's
impressive.
breathing that. So, you were the bookmarks. You started the program and you ended the program, okay? And I'm really happy that we were able to end with this note. You brought a lot of things from many other works together right here.
Yep.
This is sort of it. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. I never imagined to be in a room with such amazing people. And being honest, it's just a privilege to be here. I walk around and people are like talking by the side saying, oh, that's Ivy, the one who does this and that. But it's just like, I'm just a human like everyone else. And being in front of you guys is just like, it's a pleasure.
Well, you're impressive, so keep it up. Great job.